warned De La Salle, we got them ranked third. Look, I mean, you could put any of these teams up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The CHSL Central is packed. De La Salle, a deep team, Matt. What else should the fans know about the Pilots?
Well, obviously their first-year head coach. You know, for years you come to this gym and you see Greg Essler on the sidelines, and now you don't anymore. It's very unusual not to see Coach Essler, a legend at DLS and the circles here with the Pilots, but instead first-year head coach John Jokai has done a fantastic job. They're loaded. You love what they do on the exterior with the ball handling. I mentioned before Nino Smith coming off an 18-point performance a couple of weeks ago, the MVP of the Round Ball Classic and their big win over Pershing. You got the freshman Phoenix Glassner who can handle the basketball, and that's the thing that I really like about this team is multiple ball handlers.
Yeah. And
then on the interior, you talk about Sulaka, that Ferndale double overtime game earlier in the year, he was fantastic. So it's just inside, outside, three-quarter court trap is still there. They still got some of the tendencies from the past, and it's a very tough place to play if you're Orchard Lake St. Mary's in this tiny packed gym tonight.
It is, and De La Salle last year in the only meeting between the two schools really gave it to St. Mary's in the first half. It was a tight game, and second half some adjustments were made, but this is really the first time we're going to see high school basketball at its max capacity of excitement, sound, feel, and it's just going to be a different level. And the home court advantage this year we expect to be a little different than the last year or so.
Yeah, last year when these two teams met, there were only a handful of students here. And it didn't have the same feel with all the cancellations and everything else. And look, we could have more, who knows, with this variant and everything else. But focusing on basketball, St. Mary's came in here too, and last year, Julian Roper, some of the veterans, they're the ones that willed them to win. Who are going to be those guys? Certainly Kareem Rozier, the dreamer, the senior. He has that experience, but it's a younger team for Todd Covert, but it might be more talented than last year's team, which is hard to believe because they were number one throughout the entire year last year.
Yeah, and John Jokai agrees with you in that. St. Mary's a little bit deeper in the shooting, and a team that can get a little bit more up and down. You lost Roper, you lost Smythe. You lost some guys on the floor also, and Peter Nwoki and another guy off the bench, the other 6'7" kid that couldn't shoot. Jokai says, look, you got to guard everybody this year. There's not one guy that we can't respect, not just inside, but on the outside perimeter.
For sure, and that's why Jack Crichton is going to be so important tonight for St. Mary's. Another veteran, another senior that just does all the dirty work, number 22 in red. You'll see him tonight. And he's excellent. So, that's another veteran that you look at. But Trey McKinney is the big-time prize, a freshman that everybody is talking about around the state. Is a fantastic player, and he's going to have to step it up tonight as well. Sometimes talent takes over, Chad, and wins you games other than heart and grit and defense. Sometimes you just have to have really good players, and I think that's exactly what St. Mary's has this year.
St. Mary's is up against it as well, as talented as they are and as deep as they are in the starting five. Everybody has a D1 offer or a commitment in one sport or another. De La Salle has a complete team that has done a lot of things well together, and they're not shy on talent. And when you talk about De La Salle, I mean, their guard play alone stands out, Matt, when you look at Reese and Smith.
That's the thing that I really like about Caleb Reese and Nino Smith is they both can handle the basketball. You do the prep for this game and you look at it and you watch some of the tape, including the games you did earlier in the year. We're here on the prep, and you just notice if they want to take Reese away and take him off the ball defensively, Smith can bring it up. Glassner can handle it coming off the bench as a freshman. So multiple ball handlers, guys that really can handle it, drive and kick, and also finding the big guy inside. So it's a versatile team. They take care of the ball. They're well coached. And this might be the best De La Salle team we've seen in a long time, too.
It might. They had a team in 1982 that went all the way to the state finals before losing. De La Salle has 44 district titles. Not to be outdone by anybody, but Orchard Lake St. Mary's as well has 44 district titles. All right, more in-depth conversation to this great matchup between these two prize programs coming up as a CHSL opener for both clubs. And we're getting ready here on the Prep. Full court coverage, full court prep. We got your back. He's Matt Derry. I'm Chad Bush. Thanks for hanging out. Come on back, won't you?
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Yes, Bill Fox Gymnasium starting to get a little hype as you see the championships here. It is a championship program. John Jokai took it over a year ago, took them all the way to the Final Four before this pilot team was derailed. But look, it was a team that went 13-4. They lost to Ann Arbor Huron, Matt, in the Final Four, but they brought some pieces back. But how impressive is it that John Jokai, who took over for Coach Essler, has done such a great job in a short amount of time and really got this program back to the Final Four.
Yeah, you know, it's never easy, Chad, to kind of take over for a legend. Sometimes they say you want to be the guy after the guy, or you don't want to be the guy after the guy. You want to be the guy after the guy that replaced the guy. And he's come in here and really kept it going. You love the style of play, like I mentioned before. Sometimes a new coach comes in and says, would Coach Essler have played a freshman as much as Glassner plays? You know,
right.
you don't know that, but you like the style of play. You like the fact that he has come in here and done a whale of a job. It's not easy. It's never easy, especially in a historic place like De La Salle. And a lot of talent on this team, and we'll see how they respond tonight.
No doubt. Todd Covert's team is 7-0. John Jokai's team at De La Salle is 6-0. And Covert's team has done some amazing work in the regular season. 28 straight games they've won in the regular season, and it dates back to the De La Salle game 2 years ago as we get set here to meet the starters for tonight's ball game. But before we do that, we'll step aside and pause for the playing of our national anthem. The starters are next from Warren, Michigan. The biggest battle of them all in the state of Michigan is coming up right after this. This is the Prep.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given for them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Yeah, you get a sense of what's going on here. Let's meet the starters for tonight's ball game. Let's start first with the Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets, ranked number 1 in the state, number 1 in our prep top 11. Here's how the Eaglets will roll them out for Todd Covert. They will start with Kareem Rozier at the point guard spot, 5'9", senior committed to Duquesne, and a kid that started since his freshman year. Trey McKinney is a freshman starting in his freshman year. He's one of the best freshmen in the state, and some say the country. 6'4" freshman leads St. Mary's in scoring and rebounds. Javon Hanna, who came over in the offseason from the Bates Academy, is the third guard, averaged 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists his sophomore year at Mount Clemens. DeCorian Temple is the center. He's committed to Central Michigan to play football. He's 6'7", and has returned 3 games ago from a shoulder injury from football. Jack Crichton rounds out the starting 5 for Todd Covert. He's 6'4", he's a senior. He's a Major League Baseball draft prospect, and he is headed to Ann Arbor to play baseball, and he'll have a follow-up season coming up in the spring. That's a starting 5 for Todd Covert. The associate head coach is Leonard Karshnia. Marcus Webster, an assistant, so is Brad Crichton. Mari Allison and Justin Sigler are the managers. Let's meet the starters for tonight's ball game for the De La Salle Pilots. They will start with Nino Smith at the point guard spot. This guy really can lock it down on defense and moves things for this club as the point guard. Tristan Nichols, a dirty work guy, wears number 1 and does a lot of great things. Big body, guard, small forward for the head coach, John Jokai. Tamario Adley came over in the offseason as well. He came over from Chandler Park Academy, and this kid can play 16 points a game a season ago. And he's got some things going on at the next level as well. Michael Saluka is the center. He's a really good one, 6'9", high-rising. Some say the best big man in the class of 2023. Caleb Reese is the point guard, and the head coach is John Jokai, assisted by Andrew Grouser, Ron Holder, Jason Rennie, and Mike Malkowitz. We are ready for basketball. Matt Derry, your thoughts?
Well, this is unbelievable. What an environment tonight. And of course, this group, the Bro Zone, doing what they do best, obnoxious as ever, but in a good way.
St. Mary's coming off a 65-62 win over Grand Blanc as they put pressure in the corner. Nino Smith clears it down to Solaka, and the freshman causing chaos already. That's Trey McKinney, who back on Saturday had a big game. He led St. Mary's in scoring in the contest. He went for 25 points in the game. St. Mary's basketball, here they come right to left. Eaglets ranked number 1, 6-0. Make it 7-0. De La Salle 6-0. Left corner 3-ball, Javon Hanna no good. Rebound by Tamario Adley. Here come the Pilots.
Want to get off to a good start, kind of quiet this crowd a little bit. Like I said, Bro Zone, as good of a student section as there is in the country, and you want to take them out of this game. And Hanna 3 there would have been nice.
Yep. Floater left side. This is Tristan Nichols, two-sport athlete, a really good one. High in the left, Tamario Adley, being checked by Trey McKinney. 15-year-old freshman. Sends it left wing. This is Nino Smith, all league from a year ago. Patient offense. This is De La Salle. Roll up, Adley no. Bart Kapusa, who got the surprise start, gets the rebound. He's 6'9", he's from Poland, he's a senior, and he's a guy that can shoot it and move a little bit.
Kapusa against Solaka. Interesting matchup, certainly. You want to have some size out there against big Solaka.
Crichton with a 3-ball, missed it. Pilots run out the other way. Wild layup, no from Reese. Here come the Eaglets. Trey McKinney shake and bake, Euro step, lay in good, and the game has seen its first points a minute and 40 seconds in.
I mean, body control, just under control. That's a freshman, Chad. Unbelievable little shake there to the rim.
He is something. Trey McKinney, leading scorer for the Eaglets. Tamario Adley tries to give the Pilots the lead. No. A rebound, Javon Hanna on the push, coast to coast to Trey. Lay in, got it, and the foul. 4-0 Eaglets, and Trey wants more from the line left.
Great decision making by Hanna in the transition game. Getting in the middle of the floor, stopping, and then you watch. McKinney does the rest. Body to the floor, and it's 4-0 St. Mary's. It's a special talent right here, Chad Bush. Wearing number 1 in the red uniforms. Hit 5 threes the other day en route to that 25-point game. But as we've seen so far, quieting that crowd, you know what you do? Take the ball to the rim.
Yep.
That's exactly what he did. It's not an easy place to shoot either.
No, sir. The Bro Zone grown by the moment with volume and momentum. 4-0 Eaglets. Trey with 25, as Matt said, and 9 of 15 from the floor. And he knocked home his 5 triples as he was the MVP of the Gotta Get It Classic game between St. Mary's. And he was in the discussion for the tournament MVP.
How about that?
Pilots basketball. Baseline right. What are you seeing so far from them offensively?
I think they're forcing some shots a little bit. Remember, there's no shot clock in high school, Chad. Get the ball to the big guy and play out of him. Right now, that was the first time Michael touched on the first 3 or 4 possessions.
We'll take note of that. Adley with it. Shaking and baking. Mario Adley.
I like this matchup here. Jack Crichton guarding Nino Smith. Jack will just get in your shirt all night.
Sure will. One of the most underrated defenders. Both those guys are. High in the left now to Reese. Rips and drives. Nowhere to go. St. Mary's student section matching with some noise. Not the numbers of the Bro Zone, but they brought some volume. 5 minutes left.
Where are you going to put them? There's only 800 people in here.
Right. Sellout since the JV game's third quarter. Adley in the right corner against Trey. 3 minutes gone by. The Pilots looking for their first points. They trail by 4.
Chad, there's nowhere to go. Todd Covert's team came out and said, we're going to D up.
In and out, no good. Trey with a rebound. That came from Nino Smith. Lob ahead, Javon. Pocket right, dribble drive, balance, banker, no. And it's a late call block that's going to go on Tristan Nichols.
Wow.
That'll be his first and the game's second foul.
John Jokai not happy with the far official. It looked like a play on. It was almost like he was waiting to say, hey, look, if that basket goes in, I'll let him play.
Yep.
If it doesn't, I'm going to blow the whistle. And Jokai furious. He thought his guy was there and maybe a play on.
Yeah, maybe it was. He's got an argument.
I think Javon thought it was a charge. He's down on the floor going, uh-oh.
Yeah. Javon Hanna's been talked about as in the discussion with Mr. Basketball. He put up 55 points as a sophomore for the Bathers of Mount Clemens. He's no stranger to the east side. He feels comfy in Warren and on Common Road.
Welcome to the east side, by the way, Chad.
That's right.
Good to have you here, my friend.
It feels good here. Thanks for having me. You're a Macomb native?
That's correct.
So you're considered east side. I'm considered west side. But a lot of love and a lot of roots here on the east side. Javon Hanna sinks it, and St. Mary's is up 6-0.
Here's how you quiet a crowd. 6-0 out of the gate, playing great man-to-man defense. That's exactly what they've done.
St. Mary's led 9-0 to start their game Saturday on the road against the state champs, Grand Blanc. They've been pitching shutouts early often. It's been closing out games. It's been their concern. There's a missed shot, no. Rebound Kareem. The future Duke on the run. Left wing Trey. 3-ball on the way, no. Tap out, save, no. And here comes De La Salle.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, boy. Well, that's going to get changed. I think.
They're going to have a little conversation here.
Yeah, that'll get changed.
That looked like that was off the big fella, 42 in red. They say no. They're keeping it with St. Mary's. Kapuska.
Let's take another look at that. Thanks, guys. 3-ball, tap, Kapusa.
That wasn't even close.
Maybe got the
That
hand.
was Kapusa. Now what are they doing?
Now they're going to move.
No,
they're going to make
changing.
the change. There you go. Okay. They made the change.
Todd Covert's not even arguing it on the far sideline. He knows.
Yeah.
Everybody saw it. I don't know if they saw our replay or what.
Well, if everybody feels it was the wrong call, then they should make it, because then everybody now is going to anticipate a makeup call.
I know.
Let's just flush it out, right? Left corner, Tristan Nichols, 3, back iron miss, no.
Over the back.
And Michael Sulaka indeed went over the back of the 6'9" pole, Bart Kapusa, who transferred in the offseason.
Nice block out by Big Bart. You watch this. This is just textbook block out. Put your butt into 33 like he did right there, and Michael Sulaka forced to go over the back. I really like this defense overall from St. Mary's. Now, De La Salle's going to try this 3-quarter court, Chad, and try to change the game up a little bit.
They're very good at it. 3-ball, no. Rip down rebound by the smallest man on the court. And here he comes, Caleb Reese. And another turnover for De La Salle. It's cost them early. Matt, look, this game has seen 4 minutes and almost 30 seconds. They have yet to score. Are you nodding the St. Mary's defense, or are you just saying Pilots are off?
Well, I think De La Salle's rusty. They haven't played in 2 weeks.
Yep.
I think you have to take that into consideration, but you have to give the guys in red a lot of credit. They've been in the shirts of the Pilots so far, and not great shot selection by De La Salle either. And they want to get the ball inside to Sulaka, and he hasn't touched it either. Now he comes out.
The Pilots have gone to the bench, and they check in A.J. Whitehead, a 6'3" forward and a junior that helps him off the bench athletically. Trey McKinney, right wing, dribble drive baseline, Euro step again, Banker good. Trey with 4, smooth and silky, and the Eaglets are up by a touchdown. They went for 2.
8-0 start, Chad. This is exactly what Coach Covert, Len, and the boys wanted. And, of course, the great Uncle Marcus Webster as well.
Yep. 5 minutes gone by, 3 minutes left in the first. Nichols against Trey to the rack, who puts it up short, and a whistle and a foul. And they're going to get DC Temple or Trey McKinney, who's checked in for Bart Kapusa.
really like the defense. Everywhere they've gone, even turning the corner like Nichols did on that last play. Once he beat his man, Chad, there was another guy in red right there to bother the shot. Yes, a foul, but regardless, good help defense by the St. Mary's team.
It sure was. This is Tristan Nichols, big-bodied guard, a kid that's got a Northwood and Saginaw Valley State offer. He's got nice big hands and very disruptive defensively. And this is a guy that can get downhill in a hurry. Very deceiving. He's like a locomotive. And he's a fine wide receiver on the state championship pilot football team. And he cashes in the first points of the night. It took 5 minutes and 2 seconds, but it's 8-1. The Pilots are on the board in their own landing strip. 13-4 last year, De La Salle state semifinalist. Trey, top of the circle, pull up for shot, 19-footer, no. Javon Hanna, offensive rebound, stick back, no. Stick back, DC, no. And the third crack is a charm. DC Temple line left to shoot 2.
So big, so strong. Hanna just has a college, a D1 body right now. I know he's committed to Western Michigan. DC Temple, of course. Central Michigan tight end. De La Salle, that's tough to block out right now.
It is. There's some individual athletes, both sides across the board, that are just silly.
Yep.
De La Salle, no slouch. They will go to the bench. Nichols checks out. Sulaka back in. Phoenix Glassner, the freshman, is in. This is the best 8th grader in Macomb County a year ago.
That's the kid to watch. 23 and white, Phoenix Glassner. When they've needed sparks, when they've gotten off to some rough starts, he has come in and provided instant offense off that bench. 16 against Pershing. Can really score it.
Wow.
Another ball handler.
And that was his last game. That was his team's last game against Pershing, so that's some momentum. Sherrod Barnes is checked in for St. Mary's. 3-ball left wing, no good from Nino. Rebound OLSM up 10-1. They started 15-2. Javon Hanna shows a little sugar from 16 feet out, and the Eaglets are up 12-1.
Wow. I mean, this is just a clinic right now, Chad. Impressive start to this game for Orchard Lake.
Sherrod Barnes in the game. He's an on-ball defender that's a relentless pit bull. This kid can really lock it down. And Trey McKinney on the top side also. You can't let Smith loose, though. Hanna gambles. Glassner's jumper, no. Adley kicks it out. And we got a block.
That's a charge. Oh, Kareem thought he was there.
Yeah.
It looked like he was run over.
So it's on the floor, no free throws. De La Salle still looking for their first field goal, and there's 1:39 left in the first. Ball out of bounds baseline right.
I don't know, Chad. But I love the help side, just the help period.
Yeah.
They're switching everything. Anybody gets beaten, somebody's there to help. That's
shot
nice
up
play.
and good. And De La Salle is on the board with a field goal. 12-3. And it's with some emotion and momentum with that and one, Matt.
Yeah, Tristan Nichols gets the inbounds pass, and there you go. They clear the space on the baseline. Nice little spin. Not much Trey McKinney could do. Good aggressive take by Nichols, but again, they've got to clear the floor out. They cleared that side out, so it was one-on-one. There was just some space. It seems like every time De La Salle tries to drive, there's no space.
Yep. Stats in this game so far, De La Salle is 1 of 8 from the floor. St. Mary's from the floor is 4 of 10, but 0 of 5 from downtown.
Is there a better statistician in the country than Jamie Jansen? I don't think so.
No, there's not. There aren't many better point guards in the state than Kareem Rozier, who dribble drive, feeds off to DC. Right wing Glassner 3-0. And an offensive rebound by some juice off the bench. Second shot opportunity. Here comes Trey one-on-one. Attacking the 10. Shot is blocked and out of bounds.
Nichols was there. You like the offensive rebound before by Janacek.
Another football guy, Jack Janacek, a guy that's played some defensive end and tight end. Trey McKinney, step back 15-footer, fresh. He has 6. St. Mary's has 16, and they are back to a 12-point lead, their largest.
Both teams, of course, have some football players. Drogosh, the quarterback,
Yep.
at 6'5", also on this De La Salle basketball team. That's a legal screen.
Boy, is he athletic. 6'6", runs a 4.5 40.
How about that?
And what he ran for 200, threw for 200 in the for Dan Roan in the state title game.
Not too bad, huh?
Oh, man.
Nice area.
Nice area to be in. Here comes this three-quarter press, Matt, for De La Salle. They're able to set it up only after a make. They've had one make today. Now they get a chance, and they get a stop, and Glassner's going to dribble drive, and offensive foul. Freshman on freshman crime. Glassner ran over Barnes. Those two will be banging bodies for years to come, partner.
I thought the first one was a charge. This one was a block. But you see the replay, looked like he was moving a little bit, but
thought it was a block too.
They evened it up, I guess, and ball will go back to the guys in red. Impressive start for Todd Covert's team, up 16-4 here.
Daniel Smythe checks into the Eaglet lineup on the right wing, and he's immediately blitzed and double-teamed. Daniel, of course, the younger brother of Will Smythe. Fakes the shot, brings it back to Kareem. Left-hand dribble down the avenue, kick out, pocket left, Barnes for three, no. But we've got a hold on the rebound. It's going to go on DC Temple, and that's going to be the fourth team foul with 11.3 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, Todd Covert kind of going deeper into his bench, Bugsy into the game. You mentioned Smythe, smart against that zone, moved the basketball well, got a good shot, just missed it, and then, like you said, an over the back on the rebound.
11.3 seconds left. St. Mary's lead is 12. De La Salle across the timeline. 5 seconds to work. Pull up. Nino in and out. Tip back at the buzzer. Janacek, count it. Jack Janacek with a bucket, and it's a 10-point lead for St. Mary's. At times, Matt, it felt a little worse, but you know the Pilots are going to come back. They're not going anywhere at home. We're not going anywhere. Come on back to the Prep, won't you?
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Work 365. Contact them today. You want to elevate your physical fitness, your training, your strength, performance. Contact Work 365, 248-875-3188 or info@work365fitness.com. Chad Bush and Matt Derry back with you. Matt, your thoughts on the first 8 minutes of this basketball game?
Well, you got to give the credit to St. Mary's defense, holding De La Salle to 2 out of 13 shooting, and then you throw in 3 turnovers. But again, De La Salle within striking distance. Their defensive performance the last 4 or 5 minutes was pretty good in that half.
Yep. De La Salle basketball. After the miss, they get a second chance. As Matt said, it's been a tough shooting night for them. St. Mary's defense has been suffocating. Tristan Nichols, layup short, rebound by Trey McKinney, the class president of the class of 2025 at St. Mary's. He's a leader in school too, really liked by his classmates. Not just a basketball player, good student as well. Kareem lost it, no call. Rebound or swipe away. Back the other way. Smith laying good on a fresh feed from Caleb Reese, who's dinged up a little bit. And here comes De La Salle 1 minute in.
That's a great decision in the transition game by Caleb Reese. And right now, St. Mary's getting a little sloppy with the basketball. Todd Covert senses it, and he wants a timeout. Little sloppy right now. The turnover with Kareem Rozier, and then Todd Covert having to call that timeout with that three-quarter court pressure, kind of squeezing St. Mary's a little bit. For as much as Orchard Lake, St. Mary's has dominated this first half. They're only up by 8.
Yeah. You talk about Warren De La Salle. and it's great to be here. Our first broadcast, a private school, of course, out of the Catholic League, 7-0, 1,204 students. If you double and assume that they have girls here, they do not. It's all boys. John Jokai, their bench boss in his second year, graduate of 2000 from North Farmington High School. He was excited when I told him you were doing the game.
Oh, yeah?
I said, Matt Derry's doing the, oh, really? Oh, Matt Derry? Oh, yeah.
Geez.
He was, John was a part of the Jay Smith era in Central Michigan and MAC champions as a grad assistant, student manager. Famous Hoops alum, how about PEP? Mike Poplawski, 88 grad, former Michigan State Spartans, second round pick of the Sacramento Kings. Kind of saved Bobby Hurley's life, no big deal. Did you know that De La Salle has made it all the way a season to go to the Final Four, and they also have done it now 5 times in program history, 82, 86, 2007, 18, and 21. In 07 and 18 under Greg Essler, and last year under John Jokai.
That's a great call by you, Mike Poplawski with Bobby Hurley in Sacramento. I totally forgot about that. What a crazy story.
Former teammate of Joe Smythe, the father of Daniel, playing tonight for the Eaglets. Sherrod Barnes, right point. Left point, Kareem. Left wing, Jack for 3, no. But Bart with a rebound. Back to Kareem for 3, no. Bart with another rebound, and the shooting practice continues for St. Mary's. Foul on the perimeter. What do they have here?
Oh, boy. A little dust up here under the basket. Hannah, after the whistle, got the basketball and tried to go up for a layup, just a mock layup after the whistle. And Nichols wasn't having any of it and grabbed him, and then they stared each other down.
Yep, crowd excited about that.
It's right in front of the students.
Let's get another look here. Javon went up. Oh, they held him. Oh, yeah. They know each other.
I like that Kareem went over there and
sure,
kind of cleaned that up a little bit.
Yep. So Bart Kapusa line left for Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
1-1.
A 1-on-1 opportunity with the 7th team foul. And he misses the free throw. 8-point St. Mary's lead, 6:20 left until halftime. Opener, the Catholic League. We'll get scores from around the league as well in the Central Division coming up.
UAD playing Rice tonight.
Yep.
Pat Donnelly's club.
Catholic Central playing Hamtramck in the only non-league game.
That's Robert Davis.
That's right. We saw him on Saturday.
That's my guy.
He was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Good for him.
Jack Janacek between the rings.
Good defense again by St. Mary's. They're extending that pressure. We talked about the ball handlers for the Pilots, but they're not really running anything out on the exterior, on the perimeter, a weave, nothing.
Right.
They're trying to get screens, but everybody's switching and really helping each other.
Corner left 3, no. Offensive rebound by Janacek.
He's been a spark here, Chad. He's played well. Look at this.
Takes it to the rack, and De La Salle just has had a lid on that thing. Crichton. Right corner to Javon. Rainbow force 3, no, but he's fouled by Janacek. And Javon's going to go line left and shoot 3 of them.
Okay, Javon Hanna, every time he touches it, it's going up. It's true.
Yep.
Very talented kid.
We do have some updates, partner.
Yep.
I apologize, but I think it's worth noting we got an upset brewing, perhaps. If you want to call it an upset. U of D, 34. Brother Rice, 22. A 12-point Cub lead at halftime. And Catholic Central also with a 12-point lead over Hamtramck, representing the Catholic League.
Is this the best this league has been at the top?
Ever.
It's undoubtedly. You're talking about an upset with UAD. With Sonny Wilson and that group, that's a good team. Rice is loaded.
UAD is our lowest ranked of the 5. And it could be unfair, but it could also be argued. And they're beating the number 2 team. But it's going to happen every night.
Yeah, no,
this league
really
is going to, everybody's going to get beat. I hate
really
to say
strong.
it.
It's really strong.
Everybody in this league is going to get beat once, at least.
I'll
go out on the limb and say it. That's an easy one.
How about that? UAD's good.
They are good. They bring back like 5 starters.
Right.
They've won the league 7 of the last 8 years.
There you go.
I mean, they got a great coach.
A lot of really good teams in this conference.
Good players, good coaches, up and down every one of the Central Division Catholic League teams. And there's a lot in the other divisions too.
Well, love to watch Cassius Winston play against the St. Mary's defense today. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, man. Phoenix Glasser, the freshman, patiently dishes right wing to Nino Smith. Tight man-to-man.
There's just nowhere to go, Chad.
Nope.
There's nowhere for them to go. There you go. Drive and
Salaka, corner. 18-footer, no. Sherrod Barnes, the freshman, with a rebound. On the run out, Javon settles, dead spot right, 4-3, Splash City. (21-8), St. Mary's on top. They give them credit for a 2.
It's 9 for Hannah, 9 of their 20.
Did they give them credit for a 3?
I thought it was 2.
Okay, long deuce. St. Mary's by 12. This matches their largest lead. 4:12 to go until halftime. So currently all 3 games have a 12-point lead at this juncture of the game. Pull up right elbow shot blocked. Sherrod Barnes. And out of bounds, back to the Pilots.
The length of Barnes and his arms and just wingspan, you put him out on that perimeter too, Chad, and guard these guys. My goodness gracious. That's a freshman coming off the bench, and they can't get around him. It's like Spider-Man.
Suffocating. 21-8 for the moment. We'll check on the shot if it was a 2 or a 3. 5:26 to go until halftime. They are going to call it a 3. Okay.
Well, Jamie said she saw the official put his hands up. They've got it on the scoreboard here for 20.
All right, we'll get back to that one. Meanwhile, let's tell you about Orchard Lake St. Mary's. And yeah, they are 6-0 now, and out of the CHSL Central Division, private school but co-divisional. 625 total, 125 girls, 500 boys. Out of Division I, Todd Covert in his 7th season. State champs for St. Mary's in 2000. Last under George Porritt, 1982, 1978, and 1933. Kaylin Lucas, you might have heard about. Playing professionally in Europe, has played in the G League, has played in the Pistons organization for a minute. 07 grad and the former Big Ten Player of the Year at Michigan State, like Mike Poplowski. St. Mary's opened in 1885, all boys until 2019, and St. Mary's has won 4 state titles in basketball. That's the most of any Catholic League Central Division team. Phoenix Glasser hits the first jump shot of the game for the Pilots, and with 3:50 left, they've cut it to 10, 20-10.
Really like his game. A freshman, going to only get better.
Left corner, Javon Hanna. Top side to Jack. You look at the top scorers in this game. As we get a turnover there. 8 points for Trey McKinney, the freshman. 8 points for Javon Hanna. 4 for DC Temple, and that's it for Orchard Lake. Meanwhile, De La Salle has scoring nobody more than 4 points. And that 4 points belongs to Tristan Nichols.
Yeah, Nick Nichols back in there. McKinney back in as well. Again, there's the defense. That kid can really play on that end of the floor, Chad.
Sherrod Barnes.
Sherrod Barnes. That's you get 2 freshmen out there playing major minutes. He'll come out of the game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, partner.
You're good.
He raves about this guy, about him being the best on-ball defender that St. Mary's has, and he's a freshman. Trey McKinney to the rack, shot up, no, draws the foul. It's going to go on Tristan Nichols. I think that's his second. It is on Tristan.
McKinney, that's the second time he's gotten undercut, but that's the way you break the pressure. Crichton on the left side gets it to the middle, to the big guy Bart. Fill in the lane was McKinney. And it was a textbook and something you know Todd Covert was working on in the gym yesterday with his guys anytime you face De La Salle and the 3/4 court trap.
Todd Covert in his 7th year. 1992 graduate of Orchard Lake St. Mary's. He's one of the best golfers to ever come through the doors at St. Mary's. I believe he is the best golfer ever.
How about that?
See Brad Crichton up there.
Is his name on the wall in the gym like yours?
It's in the rafters, brother. Unlike mine. He's better. It's better.
Oh, my God.
It's better that way. I want to stay under the radar.
Wait till Todd watches the replay. He's like, what's Derry talking about? That's my guy, Coach Covert.
Yep. Back to a dozen-point lead as McKinney gets 2 free throws. He now has 10 points. The first player to get to double figures tonight. Into the ball game is Brady Drogosh. And Drogosh and Bart Kapusa look like they could be cousins from back in Poland.
A lot of physicality out there right now, some pushing and shoving.
Drogosh, of course, led De La Salle to the state title under Dan Roan, the athletic director, doing a great job coming into the Catholic League from Grand Rapids West Catholic and taking the east side of the state by storm. Coming in here and getting to the state finals in his first year, getting to the championship game, and then getting to the winning it all last year, dominating fashion. There's an offensive foul.
They're going to call Drogosh for an illegal screen. A little bit too physical with Trey McKinney. You mentioned Dan Roan. Let me say this. Had to come into a situation here at De La Salle and did a great job of sort of calming some things, settling the waters after some controversy. And so all you can ask for with new leadership is to come in and set a good culture, and that's exactly what he's done here in Pilot Country.
An outstanding hire. Right wing Trey for 3, no. And here comes Phoenix Glassner and the Pilots. On the move, right wing 3 on the way, got it, Splash City. Nino Smith has cut this to a single-digit game with 2:15 to go until halftime.
If they can't set up in the half court, they're going to have to do it in transition.
And there you see it. There's that zone. Full court pressure, Matt, and the freshman a little fragile in it.
And if you're De La Salle, you rush it up. Todd Covert wants to call a timeout, and he will. We'll get a quick 30 here, but anything De La Salle now is just got to catch Orchard Lake St. Mary's off balance. Quick inbounds passes, try to rush it down the floor. Even out of makes, I would be pushing it a little bit, not letting St. Mary set up defensively.
The makes are important for De La Salle. That allows them to set that press up. And a little 3-quarter press, Matt, and here we get a chance to see how the turnover was forced.
Just a bad pass.
Gives the freshman Trey McKinney, the freshman Sherrod Barnes. Guys that are, with the inexperience, you get guys that sometimes don't know what they're getting up against coming into a gym like this, but sometimes they realize it when they're up against a press like that.
Well, and again, you know, for some of the guys that have never played in here before, you walk in, you go, wait a minute.
Yep.
This feels like a 7th and 8th grade gym. It's really small.
Yep. Well, and some of these guys were in 8th grade last year. It seems like, well, about 4 of them. Maybe they feel cozy. Solaka's shot, that looked cozy from the short corner left. This is a kid that has some Division I offers. He's got one from Toledo, and you see why there.
It was a really nice touch around the rim. That's the game he had earlier in the year against Ferndale as Jack Crichton hits, but Solaka with those little touch shots around the rim, he's money.
Jack Crichton with an attack from the right elbow, and he sticks it. Leading hitter on average for the St. Mary's national champion baseball team a year ago. State champions, Catholic League champions, and something no one in this state has ever done, a national championship in baseball.
They were letting them play early, Chad, dribble drive, and shots like that were not being called now. You see Glassner take it to the baseline. Trey McKinney a little bit late got called for the foul.
Phoenix Glassner, kid that can shoot it, score it, drive it, varsity football as well as a freshman. His best sport is, take a guess.
Phoenix Glassner?
Yeah. What do you think his best sport is?
Track?
Close. Same season.
Baseball.
Yep. This kid's best sport is baseball. He's been on varsity football on the state championship team. He's on varsity basketball on the 3rd-ranked team. His best sport is baseball.
How about that?
We haven't even seen this kid play baseball yet. He's a quarterback and a free safety on the football team, and can really play off shot fakes and score at 3 levels. A prize piece for the Pilots' future. So 17-24, Eaglets by a touchdown. Shot no good from Jack. Offensive rebound by the freshman Sherrod, who's getting harassed. Jack again from the other elbow, no good. Blocked by Solaka, saved by Bart. And here come the Pilots with momentum in numbers. Left wing Smith, 4-3, no. And Jack Crichton does things like that to keep the team together. The glue guy. To Kareem, who's at a slow start. Pull up, dead spot left, 3, no. And now a steal from Sherrod Barnes. And he'll float one up in the paint, no. Get his own rebound and restart it for the Eaglets. Rozier for 3 from Roseville, and he sticks it. It's back to a 10-point game.
A wild sequence there, and you're thinking, well, why doesn't St. Mary's just back it out and hold for the last shot? That's not their game. They've got so much artillery. They were firing away, and it went in. Kareem Rozier.
They've been having their way on the offensive glass tonight. The glass all together.
Yep. They've got the bigger guys.
Yep. John Jokai talked about the fact that these guys really, as that's a whistle off the ball. What do we have here? Another foul.
I think we had a travel. Kareem Rozier forced it. Good defense. You know, Kareem's not exactly shooting it great tonight. He just hit that 3, but you know what? Play good defense. It's awesome.
Kareem at the buzzer, no, and it's the end of the first half. 27-17, low-scoring first half. We got a highlight package coming up. We got stats and much, much more. Matt Derry, Chad Bush, proud to be with you from Bill Fox Gymnasium. A lot of fun in the opening night, Catholic League basketball, and the best division and the best league in the state. Don't go anywhere. This is the Prep.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be
Welcome back to Bill Fox Gymnasium. Orchard Lake St. Mary's with a 27-17 lead at the break. St. Mary's on top, Matt. They got a quick start and sustained it pretty much, and they've controlled the first half.
They have, and they haven't even shot the basketball that well from deep. You know, this is a three-point type of game now, both high school, college, and NBA level, and they shot just 1 for 14 from 3, yet they sit here up 10 at the half track. Yeah. It's their defense.
The defense has been suffocating, and we get a chance to look at highlights here. You saw Trey McKinney. He was a big part of what St. Mary's got done. He got him to the rack and was able to get him to the free throw line and to see the ball fall through a few times, but the game didn't see points for the first minute and a half, Matt.
No, and De La Salle really had trouble scoring. You mentioned McKinney, really able to get it off the bounce and get to the rim, and that was key. Some nice plays in transition for De La Salle as you see Smith score there, but that's how they're going to have to do it in the second half. And Javon Hanna, that pull-up game was nice, as he had a decent first half with 8 points. But now let's see where this thing heads. First 5 minutes of the third quarter, the Pilots have to come out and find a way to get better looks and get better shots. They did not do that in the first half, scoring just 17.
St. Mary's with just 1 3. That was from Kareem, as you saw it there. Javon's was considered a long 2. There it was again, splash, but there was not a lot of splashes going on. The teams combined 2 for 24 from downtown. It's been a game of grit and guys going to the basket. And the opening night of CHSL basketball has been outstanding. Brother Rice trails U of D by 20. That game is in the fourth quarter. Catholic Central has a 12-point lead over Hamtramck at the break. We keep things rolling. Second half about to get underway. Eaglets by 10. And it'll be St. Mary's basketball, the #1 ranked team in our prep top 11. Crichton into Kareem, and here we go. Pass floated up, dangerous. St. Mary's with the man advantage. Javon Hanna and the alley-oop too far. As the clear ahead, and here come the Pilots who get a stop. St. Mary's went for the bango out of the break.
Tried to get Hanna on the baseline and a little lob ahead of his own, and just missed it.
Sulaka, who had 1 bucket in the first, spins in the paint against Bart. And Kapusa, a tough matchup, gets the stop.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Todd Covert to install Kapusa into the starting lineup. Just, throw some size and some beef at big number 33.
A couple more inches on DC Temple. Inbound, Trey is tackled, and a foul is finally called. It's on Sulaka. That'll be his second. And John Jokai might have to go get the big 6'8" big man who's been challenged tonight.
Not been the greatest first half for Sulaka, really anybody in the white uniforms. But a lot of time left.
De La Salle shooting 24% from the floor in the first half. And just 1 of 14 from downtown. Todd Covert, look at Todd Covert.
There's versatility there.
Oh, the versatility, and then a nice gentleman who was with us for our pre-game. Forgot his name, but doing great work. Team effort, good people here at De La Salle. Been very accommodating.
Yeah, great setup here tonight. Thank you to them.
Bart dribble drive down the boulevard.
Oh my goodness.
Kick out pass, a little Euro-style dish. Javon, the jack. Back out to Kareem. Corner, Bart for 3. Splash City. The Polish pistol from the corner. And the Eaglets have their largest lead of 13 with 1 minute gone by.
The St. Mary's crowd, it's just one small smidge of a section here. They went crazy for Kapusa hitting a 3, but great ball movement.
30 strong in the student section coming from the west side tonight. Adley down the avenue, left hand lay-in, counted, and a foul. Strong move for the senior. Getting it the hard way, Matt.
Tamario's dad in front of us just went nuts. What a great take. Body control, took a shot, and then threw it up with the left hand. But again, they kind of raced up and took it to Orchard Lake St. Mary's as they were not able to set up their half-court defense. That's how they're going to have to do it. They can't just pass the ball around, Chad, around the perimeter and hope to get something. They've got to go and go quickly.
De La Salle.
St. Mary's gets set up defensively. Sorry, Chad.
No, I'm sorry.
It's lights out.
De La Salle 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Kareem again for 3. No. De La Salle with a stop. Nino Smith to Sulaka and a lay-in. And the Pilots are as close as they've been, Matt, since the first quarter. They're within 8.
Rozone yelling Sue for Sulaka. He beat everybody down the floor.
He can run. They like Sulaka. So does Todd with 1D. Back the other way, Javon Hanna sticks a trifecta in front of the Eaglet bench. And the quick answer with the threes.
It's a big-time shot by Hanna. Big time.
Glasser, Banker, no. Eaglets get the stop. Kareem on the run. Trey with it. Left wing, 16-footer, no. And Pilots get a stop. Ooh, a little fancy dish.
These teams have so many athletes, so many guys that are leaving out on the floor playing hard. You love to see it. But the shots just aren't going down, Chad. Neither team can really shoot it very well tonight.
No. Rough shooting percentages. St. Mary's slugging it out. Rozier blow by. Kick out left corner. Trey for 3. Short. Kareem will try it again.
Kareem Rozier heading to Duquesne.
Javon dribble drive. Two-handed. Hammers through for the future Bronco. And Hanna with a smooch into the crowd.
Yeah. Be careful with that stuff. But he was unguarded. Just a ball fake and right to the baseline.
Matches their largest lead of 13. Double digits now for Javon. Tristan forces one up, short corner right, and draws the foul with 4:44 left in the third, and St. Mary's by 13 in the Catholic League opener.
Kapusa trying to get over there and rotate a little bit defensively. Nichols took it to the rim. That's really the best potion for this De La Salle team, as you see the dunk by Hanna. And that kiss for the crowd.
The Hanna hang. It's not Valentine's season yet. It's not love season.
Well,
got to wait till February for the smooches, big fella.
Yeah, but I guess when you get, rode all game by the student section, you get yourself a little chin up on the rim, I guess. High school kids, Their points. I know I'm a broken record, but in transition or forcing turnovers, they force a turnover right there.
Turnover there, 3:41 to go. Pilots get it back. Todd Covert wants timeout.
Yep.
And Bill Fox.
Starting to jump a little bit here, Chad. They feel a little bit momentum, and every single time De La Salle's made any kind of a run, Todd Covert has called timeout. He's been masterful with them tonight.
37-27, 46 seconds left in this timeout. And it's been a game of defensive pressure. It's been a game of having to score. You're going to have to get to the free throw line or get in the paint in this one. The Pilots are starting to find a few cracks, but they've got a large mountain to overcome.
They do. And again, if they're going to get back into this game, Chad, and really make a run and try to win this thing, they're going to have to make some shots. They just have not shot the basketball well all day and have really struggled shooting it from deep. And that's been the problem. Anytime they've scored, really, it's been either a layup or a free throw. They're just not able to get anything going from the perimeter. They're tied, it's a 10-10 third quarter, which isn't bad for them, but they've got to make some sort of run. They can't trade baskets with this St. Mary's high-quality team.
All-time series. And this is a tight series.
This is Detavian Moore speaking on.
We'll talk to it. We'll get to that series later, but it's a 2-game advantage, 27-25. The Pilots on top of St. Mary's, but the Eaglets have won 6 straight in the series.
How about that?
Right corner, 4-3, Tristan, no. Rebound, Jack. And here comes Crichton on the left wing.
And that's the best three-point look they've gotten all night with Nichols. They're just not falling tonight. And again, these guys have been on for 2 weeks. A little bit rusty.
De La Salle 1 of 12 from downtown. St. Mary's 3 of 18. Unfriendly. Longliner. Step back Trey, 18-footer, no. Pilots trying to cut into this 10-point game. 3 minutes left, plenty of time.
Good defense by Javon Hanna.
Janacek is checked in. Sulaka wants nothing of the paint. Little 4-out on 1. DC Temple's back in for St. Mary's.
He's not played a ton tonight.
No, he hasn't. Wonder if that shoulder's bothering him. Nino Smith floats one. Tristan crossover, baseline, banker no. And the ball loose, and St. Mary's comes away with it. They've got a 3-on-3 developing. And Hannah's got a turnover, and De La Salle is a 3-on-3 developing. Cross-court pass, Glassner, dribble drive, baseline, up, and a whistle and an offensive foul on the freshman working against Javon.
Nice job by Hannah to take the charge, go baseline. Again, you're speeding them up a little bit. Glassner had the right idea, but now the student section realizes it was a charge call, and they're booing the crowd, booing the call. Joe Kai, the same thing. Now the officials are huddling. What do we have here? I don't think they're changing this one.
What's happening here?
No change.
De La Salle's got like 5 guys they want to check in. The Brozo's going nuts. Todd Covert's jumping up and down. We've got pandemonium on the west side or the east side.
Yep.
What side are we on?
Todd's trying to get his press breaking group together in the right spot.
Brad Crichton back there, former star at Rochester Adams.
What a great staff that Todd has. Brad is awesome too.
Full court pressure here. Watch for this 2/3 court press. And are we ready?
I don't know if we have a clock issue or what's going on, but we're back.
Dump pass down low, stolen away. On the run, 3-on-2. Adley to the rack, way in, good. And he left Kareem in the dust, and the Eaglets are getting heated up. And this is what De La Salle will do. Get you in trouble in a hurry if you try to play with them.
Oh, the Brozone is going absolutely crazy. A killer crossover by Adley. Rozier fell down, and there's nothing that high school kids that follow basketball love more than just an absolute ankle breaker. Watch this.
Adley crossover, ouch. Kareem hit the deck, and that was
and the senior Alton
a
Whitehead
worthy highlight.
Whitehead got it started, his first action tonight. That was a nice decision on the fast break. It's under 10 here, Chad. Big possession right here.
Emotionally, they feel good, the Pilots. That floater didn't go. Jack, the senior, with a rebound. Nino stole it, and the lead is cut down to 6 with 90 seconds left in the third.
If you're St. Mary's right now, in desperate need of a hoop, just to kind of slow this down a little bit. There's a foul.
Yeah. See, that's on.
A little lackadaisical with the basketball. You want to be stronger with it. Coach is talking to the officials. Not sure what that's all about.
They got Elton A.J. Whitehead with a foul. It's a tackle that Dan Roan probably appreciated. Physical game. Crowd getting into it. Brozone, one of the best in the business. They've been making noise. Feels good, right? Doesn't it feel good in here that
packed house.
You have an atmosphere? I mean, this is something. This is a very proud program at De La Salle, and
you got the big bad Eaglets in town, you know. St. Mary's has been #1 for like 2 years.
St. Mary's has been #1.
I want to knock them down.
Since the start of the 2019 season, 2.5 years, except 1 week when they were not ranked after they lost to Beecher a couple years ago. Now then, 6-point game. De La Salle has made this thing tight. Kareem to the rack, off the glass, no. They get a stop. Here come the Pilots.
They hit a 3 here. This place is going to go nuts.
Reese thought about it. Thought better of it. To Mario Adley, the 6'3 senior, 190-pounder. We're under a minute. Janacek in the left wing as the Pilots set up their final possession, perhaps. Janacek gets open and blew the bunny. And those are points you just can't leave off the board.
Great execution, little back door. He was there, turned, and threw it too hard off the window.
And we get a foul. That's A.J. Whitehead on the ball defending the screen. A little hard of a hedge, Matthew. And I don't know, this is foul trouble starting to mount up. That's the third on Whitehead, and they're going to have to go get him. They will bring the starter back, and Tristan.
And St. Mary's can hold for the last shot here, Chad. I would do that if I'm them.
Sure. Eaglets were up 12 at halftime. 10 at halftime. Up as big as 14. Kareem, step back three on the way short.
I don't like that call. I don't like that. It was a nice crossover. It kind of did a little ankle breaker, but now you're going to give the Pilots an opportunity here.
Yeah. Time and place. Janacek to the rack. Right hand lay-in, and he doesn't miss this time. And that goes to a 4-point game as the half-court shot is up and no good. And as my partner suggested, that is why you want to make smart senior plays in the final possession.
Well, and De La Salle ends the third quarter on a 6-0 run. This place is going absolutely crazy. Defensive breakdown on the last possession. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got an unbelievable fourth quarter coming.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Welcome back to Bill Fox Gymnasium. Let's go to the fourth. 37-33, St. Mary's up by 4. De La Salle made a run and a charge. They end up winning the third quarter, Matt Derry. How did they do it?
Well, they did it by finally making some shots, even though it's not, they're still 1 for 12 from 3, but they've shot 10 free throws tonight. They were a little bit under control. Nino Smith woke up. He's now got 11. And, playing a little bit better basketball. And they picked up their defense too, Chad Bush. They held Orchard Lake St. Mary's in that second half, or in the third quarter, to just 4 for 12.
Wow. As if we didn't know, we got a game. We got some finals, too. CC and Hamtramck are tied with 2.5 minutes left in the fourth. So Hamtramck has rallied back. They were down 12 at least. Adley's step back 15-footer is fresh. And this is a 2-point game with 30 seconds gone by in the fourth.
Adley's really been a spark here in the second half. Like the way that he's been playing, and this nice individual move. But again, they cleared that side for him. He had some space.
Adley. 7 points as Trey steps into a 15-footer and quenches and answers.
That is a big-time answer right there. Trey McKinney, that's one of those no, nice shot. Fading and firing.
How about it? Rock and drive by Reese. Janacek. Glasner for 3. And the freshman with some onions.
Phoenix, nice area.
The Pilots have cut it to 1, as close as they have been since the first score of the ball game. And we got the dandy we expected, Matt Derry.
This was a 37-27 game, Chad. It seemed like 5 minutes ago. And all of a sudden, here's De La Salle on an 11-2 run. Finally making some shots. It's almost like they hung around. St. Mary's played great defense. And DLS just missed a bunch of shots. They're finally knocking a few down. And that time, better ball rotation. Sometimes it's just simple as seeing the ball go through the basket to give your guys confidence. And then you throw this crowd in the mix, forget about it.
That's right. Well said. The momentum has shifted. And the Eaglets getting concerned across the way. Here we go.
Right now the ball's got to be in the hands of number 1. And this is, I say that, Trey McKinney throws the ball out of bounds.
That's what pressure will do. And that's what underclassmen will do.
I can't hear anything in here. This is unbelievable.
What'd you say?
I can't hear a thing, right?
Huh?
Exactly.
Nino Smith working it across the timeline. Caleb Reese, rather. Reese pass deflected by the tall 6'4", well-defended Jack Crichton.
Good help defense. Jack came over, kind of saw where that thing was headed. Smith not in the game right now for the Pilots, but Reese, a good ball handler, is.
Inbound, up and under, fresh move, missed it, and got it back. Another chance, right hand, left side, no. Janacek, who's been the energy guy tonight, back to his teammate Reese, no. And finally, a stop, and what's this, a whistle?
Yeah, I didn't see this. Calling a foul out on the perimeter, I believe, on Tristan Nichols, a little bit of a hold. But every 50-50 ball right now, Chad, is going to De La Salle. They've been the aggressors here in the second half, and they're grabbing everything.
St. Mary's, let's see how they handle this 1-2-2 press. It's aggressive, and it nearly worked again. John Jokai, the great strategy. Down low, Bart Kapusa got the rebound. Long corner jumper, Kareem, no. Trey comes flying in, 3 cracks, and nothing for the Eaglets. De La Salle to take the lead. Right corner, no. Foul though on Kapusa.
That's about the third whistle we've seen tonight where basically the referee waits until the ball either goes in or doesn't. Make the call right away or don't. You know, you give De La Salle a lot of credit for scrapping, but watch this. I mean, this is a foul. Kapusa got him.
Yeah, he did.
Knocked him down, but call it right away. Great job, head of the pack pass to get it to Nichols.
We want to pass along some condolences to the De La Salle family who on December 29, 2021, this past year, on his 77th birthday, they lost Wayne Davis, who passed away, and a long-time supporter of the Davis family. De La Salle volunteered at St. Anne's for over 30 years, and he has a valued Catholic education scholarship set up in his son's and daughter's name at De La Salle in the name of a St. Anne Eagle. And his son Eric is an 88 grad, Scott's a 90 grad, Kelly, son Nico's, and Wayne's grandson is in the class of 2024 De La Salle. Lay-in is good for Javon Hanna. And again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Davis family.
Think of that family for sure.
41-39, Matt Derry. The tie's broken just like that.
Pilots have been very aggressive, taking the basketball to the rim. They know they've not shot the ball well all night from three-point land, just 3 for 20, or excuse me, 2 for 13 from 3, but now take it to the rim, just like that.
St. Mary's has had trends lately where big leads have been lost in the second half. And they saw it up in the Gotta Get It Classic on Saturday night. They did win that ball game by 3, but it was a game that saw St. Mary's lead well into the double digits. I believe it was a 14-point lead into the fourth. And here they are at De La Salle. And Matt, listen, it's hard to sustain. It's hard to win on the road. St. Mary's has won 28 regular season games, but when you got a lead like that, you got to hold on to it.
No, there's no question about it. You knew they would make a run. When it was 37-27, we talked about it. They're still in this game. But to then let them take a lead, and now, of course, St. Mary's has it back. Todd Covert can't be happy about that. Just some decision-making you'd like to have back, the turnovers. Like we talked about, Trey McKinney, I don't think has gotten into his spots here in the second half like he did in the first half.
No, he hasn't. Give De La Salle credit. They've locked down much better on Trey. Trey right now, if you look at the numbers, has 14 points. There's 2 in the second half. We're tied at 41 again, Matt, with 5 minutes to go. Javon Hanna on the left wing.
They extend that zone now. Looks like they're going to go back to a man. This is advantage St. Mary's in the man.
Pick and roll, sets up Trey, right wing 3, no. DC Temple wrestles for the rebound. And Janacek, the victim, but DC guilty for the foul.
Tell you, number 13 in white, Jack Janacek, has really played a whale of a game. Hustling, really doing all the little things. And it's been a nice spark plug for John Jokai.
Another football guy.
Let's see what De La Salle can do here in a tie ball game. Oh man, Chad Bush needs some water. You all right?
Yeah, the Coke went down the wrong hole.
What are you drinking soda for during the game?
Oh, I don't know.
On you.
I never went to broadcasting school. I don't know the rules. There's a shot off the mark, no. And with 4:20 left in this game, here comes Kareem.
Oh, you cracked me up. You are something else.
Trey McKinney down the boulevard, right hand lay-in, slithering his way in like a hot knife through butter, and the Eaglets are up a bucket with 4:10 left.
Reversing the basketball and getting it to him on this near side, Chad, has worked.
Yeah.
They just haven't done it enough. Get him in some space.
Backdoor cut. Adley jump stop, mid-post banker, no, and the rebound out of bounds back to OL.
Oh my gosh.
SM.
That's off of St. Mary's.
We'll get another look.
The fans here in the front row, oh my goodness. They are furious.
Yeah.
I mean, the St. Mary's kids all stood there like, uh-oh, we didn't grab the ball. And the 3 officials said, let's go the other way.
Let's go the other way before the instant replay.
Oh, my goodness.
Kareem off the bounce to the rack, and they can't stop ball when number 3 is attacking the 10. Eaglets +4, 3:30 left.
He has struggled with his deep ball tonight, so why not Kareem Rozier, the dreamer, take it to the rim.
Trey all over Nino Smith, this junior guard. Right wing 3, banker, good. The bank is open on Boonert.
There's nothing you can do about that if you're St. Mary's. That's really good defense by Jack Crichton, forcing a wild Tamaro Adley 3, and he glassed it in. It has been that kind of second half for De La Salle. A couple of breaks, couple of bounces, but give them credit. They have really come out of the locker room with fury here in the second half.
They have, as we see it. Adley now the lead scorer with 12.
Oh, glass.
Last year, these two teams met in this gym, and St. Mary's pulled away about midway fourth quarter. This series has been tight. We told you earlier, back and forth. De La Salle leads the all-time series. This is the 53rd battle all-time. De La Salle leads the series 27-25. They won 15 straight in the series between 2009 and 2014. Meanwhile, St. Mary's currently riding a 6-game win streak in this series, and they've won 9 of the last 12 in the series. It's a nice series, and it's a tight series. And St. Mary's also streaking with their regular season wins. They have 28 now, which is tied the 99-2000 championship team that went a perfect 28-0.
Again, the pressure broken. Again, St. Mary's with a 1-point lead, but those cross-court passes have been torture. A couple of them out of bounds, that time a turnover.
Here comes De La Salle, down just 1, under 3 minutes to go. It's a final in Novi. Catholic Central holds on to win 60-57 over the Cosmos of Hamtramck, the team we saw over the weekend. There's a foul on the wing, and what happened here, Matt?
Just a bump. Good take. Like the aggressiveness from Caleb Reese. And now we're getting into free throw territory, Chad. The team that knocks down their 1-and-1s, the front ends, might be the one that comes away with a win.
St. Mary's 8 of 11 from the free throw line in this game. And De La Salle is
11 of 14.
11 of 14. It's a final as well. UAD beats Brother Rice 61-42 to go to 1-0 in league play. And how about that?
Yep. Here's to all the fellows. Loyal they'll be. Good job by the Cubs tonight.
We had UAD number 9 in our top 11. That'll change.
Well, what did we talk about? Make free throws. How about that? A lead for the Pilots.
Pilots take the first lead, and they force a turnover by the senior Jack Crichton with 2:41 left, Matt.
I'll say this, Chad, be prepared for a nice cold breeze coming through, because if a 3-ball goes in for the Pilots right now, this roof's coming off. The Bro Zone is going ballistic.
The hanger is starting to rise with energy.
Goodness gracious.
Pilots looking to get to 8-0. A start that's seen a win over Ferndale, who we have ranked number 8. We saw them win on Saturday up in Flint.
Everybody's standing. If a ball goes in the left corner, we're going to have to guess who shoots it.
That's why we got a monitor. It's wonderful.
Oh, but the camera's even being blocked by that. Smart move here by De La Salle. Pull it out a little bit. Use some clock. There's no shot clock. Be smart with the ball.
Top side. This is Caleb Reese. And the Pilots are happy to play keep away.
They have a lead. And without a shot clock, Todd Covert has to start thinking about, do you foul and extend this game? Or do you gamble?
Left hand layup, no good. Caleb Reese missed it. St. Mary's with a 2-on-1. And Kareem is fouled with a body from Janacek. And he'll go line right and shoot a pair.
Close to steps. It looked like it was almost 2 or 3 as Kareem Rozier was in transition. Let's see the replay here. 1, 2.
So he got him with the lower body. He was in a good spot. Kareem line right to shoot a couple. 5 points tonight for Kareem. Low scoring night. Does a lot of things other than score, and the free throw is off.
Well, what do we talk about? You know, Caleb Reese hits 2, and here's Kareem Rozier missing the first one.
Kareem looking to tie this thing up with 98 seconds left with a deep breath. And he rolls it in. We're tied at 46. Want to tell you about a great tournament happening this weekend. The Freedom Classic on Saturday. It'll open with Birmingham Groves at 11:30. They'll take on Harper Woods, followed by River Rouge and Warren Lincoln, followed by Pershing and Warren Fitzgerald. The afternoon card is hot too. Davison and North Farmington. Kalamazoo Central makes a trip in. They'll take on Hamtramck. What a game that is. Grand Blanc at 7 against Detroit King. And Ferndale will close it out at 8:30 against Detroit Edison. This is at River Rouge High School. There's been a change, so please take note of that. It's $10 entry fee. Under 5, your children are free. Get out there to the Freedom Classic on Saturday. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend as well. Let's all celebrate at the Freedom Classic on Saturday at River Rouge High School. Brought to you by Horatio Williams and his foundation. 46 all with a minute 38 to go, Matt. What do you expect in the final 90 seconds of the contest?
Like I said, I'm going to be interested in seeing how they call this thing officials-wise. They kind of let it go, and then lately it's gotten a little tight. If you're De La Salle, what do you do here? Do you attack or do you use some clock?
You're looking for one shot, you wonder. This is Caleb Reese. See if St. Mary's decides to trap. Reese attacks. Solaka on the baseline with some movement to Tristan.
Again, you're making them play a lot of defense right now. Really moving their feet. St. Mary's has been great. Trying to force Adley inside.
Adley to Solaka, and it's swatted away by the Polish pistol. maybe the game's biggest defensive play, and St. Mary's could hold for the final shot here, Matt.
They can. Let's see if they do. We had overtime in the JV game before this.
1 timeout left for St. Mary's, 2 for De La Salle. Both teams are in the bonus.
Kareem Rozier, nothing. We don't need threes here. Take the ball to the rim.
30 seconds left. Todd Covert barking out calls across the way. Kareem will attack and circle back. And he's going to be locked up with their best defender, Nino Smith.
Here we go.
Crowd rising. Kareem with 10.
You got to go now. You got to go. You get the offensive rebound. You want time.
Now 7 on the attack. Dump down to Kapusa. Missed it. Javon Hanna laying no. And the time is going to run. The ball is nearly going to run in from half court.
Would that have counted?
I believe it would have.
Oh my goodness.
We have played more. You want free basketball? You want a free broadcast? You got it. How about the final 30 seconds of this one, Matt?
Well, I give the credit. I give credit to St. Mary's. I like the opportunities they got. Boy, Hannah, point blank. Thought they went a little bit late. And that three-quarter court shot by Adley nearly went in.
Let's go to overtime. We're coming back with the start of OT. We're tied at 46.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
We got overtime, but this shot nearly went down, Matt. Look, how about the dish from Kareem? Bart unable to catch it cleanly. Javon got a crack, but this three-quarter shot that we get a good look from there.
Imagine if that would have gone in.
Did not go. We got overtime. What do you expect at OT?
Well, I want the ball in Trey McKinney's hands. The last possession, give Kareem credit. He drove, got it to Kapusa, but he wasn't really ready for it. That's a guy that hasn't played a ton. But to me, in the overtime, Trey McKinney time. Let's get him the basketball if you're St. Mary's. If you're De La Salle, you just keep doing what you're doing. You're playing so hard, you spread the floor a little bit better, and your defense has been so much better here in the second half.
Adley with a dozen to lead De La Salle. Nino Smith with 11. St. Mary's being led by Javon Hanna, 17, and Trey McKinney's 14 points. Kareem Rozier back to Bart Kapusa for 3 short. Javon Hanna, 16-footer, no. Trey McKinney, power layup, yes.
I mean, it's pretty simple. The ball's going to be in the hands of number 1. Good things are going to happen. If you're De La Salle, you got to block out. You just let them shoot 3 times there.
16 for the best freshman in the state since Chris Webber entered the state in 1988. OLSM by 2, 3:15 left. Tamario Adley's been the story for the Pilots. Nino Smith, the 6-foot junior on the wing. Pilots lost Lyndon Holder, a guy that they really liked in situations like this last year. And no Lyndon Holder this year, but plenty of other weapons, but boy, did he win them out in some serious tight spots last year.
Yep, no question about it. Interesting that you're right, like you said, Chad.
Turnover there.
It's just, I don't know, some of the calls you have to question.
Kapusa, right wing 3 is an air ball. Javon Hanna's there, and it's blocked from behind.
Wow.
Adley rejected it. Left corner, closeout. And the Pilots will circle back topside and slow it down. And Nichols, no, they'll fire up a 3. Both teams getting anxious, partner.
I thought they were going to call a foul there. Nichols was knocked down.
Rozier to the rack, and he rolls it in. Counted and a foul. The captain putting them on his shoulders and leading them tonight in Warren.
Kareem Rozier going coast to coast. Watch this, just turning on the Jets.
Around the 6'8", 6'9" Salaka.
Yeah, very impressive finish by Kareem Rozier. Nothing really Salaka could do. It's kind of in between. Do I block it or do I take the charge?
Yep.
Wasn't sure. And Kareem Rozier, big free throw here. Right now it's a 2-possession game.
St. Mary's by 4, 2:25 left. Rozier, who had a team-high 24 points in St. Mary's road win against Clarkston. They won by 9 points. That was their best road win of the year, true road win. You could argue their best road win was against Grand Blanc on Saturday. St. Mary's by 5, laying good though, attack. And Nino Smith cuts it closer, partner.
Coach Joe Kyle called timeout. Give Nino Smith credit, turning the corner. He didn't have the right hand. Watch this. This is impressive.
Crosses him over, too.
Left hand. That was good defense by Trey McKinney. McKinney would have blocked it if he went right, switched hands in the air, and made the play. That's why Nino Smith is one of the better players in the Catholic League. It's back to a one-possession game at 51-48. Still a lot of time left, Chad. This has been a wild one tonight.
It has. De La Salle, who's been off for 2 weeks since their game against Pershing. And John Jokai says, look, our goal is to play our best basketball in March and to peak at the right time. He said last year, you know, we knew at the end of the year we were having college-like practices, and we knew. And Jokai, of course, learned from a longtime coach, Coach Negocian, very close with that group. He's in that coaching tree along with Ryan Negocian, Todd Negocian, and Pete Matilla, etc. Said Negocian, just a humble guy, his approach, and you know, more than just a coach, family atmosphere, and he learned a lot from North Farmington in their program.
First-year coach, and second-year coach, but he's doing a well of a job.
Yes, sir. Full court pressure, Matt. We'll see if they back off. Both teams in the bonus. One timeout each side. We're in overtime. Glad you're with us on the prep.
You want to be smart with the basketball again. You have the lead. You're up 3, no shot clock. No reason to rush anything. Get a good shot. They're going to try to play keep away. Here comes the trap.
Double team, baseline dribble, Hannah into Trey. Trey ducks in, left hand scoop, no. Salaka with a big boy rebound. De La Salle on the run. Open, left wing, 3 on the way. Got it! Nino Smith from the corner. And we are tied at 51.
Wow. I wasn't sure about the McKinney shot. At the other end, they get a good look.
Jack Crichton pull up 3, no. Offensive rebound, McKinney stick back, no. And Kampusa rebounds it and saves it topside. Floater Karina's blocked. Trey McKinney lay-in's good. Trey has 18 and the Eaglets are back up 2 for the man-child number 1, Trey McKinney.
De La Salle played great defense there. They really did.
Yep. Multiple opportunities, second chance points all over for St. Mary's in this game. That's really been the story.
Todd Covert furious, wants a foul call, didn't get it. He said on a couple of occasions. We got a couple of wet spots on the floor they're trying to figure out, or it looks like Caleb Reese, number 11, blew a tire, so he's going to have to come out of the game. And Phoenix Glasgow is going to come in. They're cramping. Look, 2 pilots on the sideline cramping right now.
Yeah, Tristan Nichols and Caleb Reese both getting attended to by the trainer. They've got cramps. 1 minute left. St. Mary's by 2. De La Salle basketball back.
A lot of time left in this game. For De La Salle, again, this floor spreading in the second half has been really good.
Tamario Adley, the transfer from Chandler Park Academy, the senior, came over to get a state title, a big addition, their biggest. And this is Nino Smith around a high ball screen. St. Mary's by 2. Nino attacks, spins in the paint, banks one up and in, and we are tied at 53.
What a big time move and shot They had kind of been switching everything on pick and rolls. They didn't that time. There's a kid on the floor.
That is John Jokai's son, I believe. He's a big part of this team.
Oh my goodness. That was not a timeout called. I don't know what the whistle was for.
Not sure. What a game. What a time to be alive in Bill Fox Gymnasium tonight. Timeout on the floor or what?
Well, that's what Todd Covert is arguing. They can't sub here. If they want to bring Reese in, they cannot sub. There was not a timeout called.
And just like
the officials have got to get control of this. You can't stop play.
Yeah. Just like the end of the fourth, St. Mary's will have the final possession, at least lined up. Throw ahead, left corner, Hannah, crossover baseline. Kick out to Rozier, 15 on the clock, no shot clock. Overtime, Kareem with 10.
Two-man game with McKinney. Come get the basketball.
Double team, Kareem, right-hand dribble. 4 seconds, forces a shot up, no. 2-1, half-court heave by Smith is off the mark again. And we've got double overtime and a ditto of what we saw at the end of the fourth.
Todd Covert has had to be restrained by his assistant coaches. Kareem Rozier, even though it was not what they wanted, a fadeaway three, he got hit. Watch this. He got fouled. I mean, he's not throwing up an air ball. And again, it's almost the second half-court shot. Coach Covert is furious.
Yeah. Well, that's not the shot you want, right?
No, it's not.
It's not the right shot.
But he did get hit on the arm.
So it's not the right shot, but he shouldn't be penalized for not taking the right shot. You
Right.
can also give a lot of credit to De La Salle's defense. I will. I mean, they have really stiffened up in the second half, and they get a stop. It's hard to get two stops when the other team's getting the final possession. We got a dandy. How about it? Glad to be here. Thanks to our great crew and staff. Want to thank your executive producer, Alex Westfall. Want to thank Jamie Janssen on stats, Adam Fuller on instant replay, Evan Westfall on graphics, James Ferris, our creative director, Julia Pisano, your creative assistant, Fish on audio and utility, Rob Sarna on camera 1, Jason Radulski representing the east side tonight on camera 2, and Eli Wiles roaming all around the court on camera 3. And my partner, Matt the Diesel Dairy, in the house. Good to have you back, brother.
Great to be here with you, buddy.
Doing a great job. Thanks for coming.
Of course, Chad. Double OT. We've got to get, we're going to be back on some Motor City Cruise broadcast very shortly. Of course, you're home for the Motor City Cruise, the PreP.
We got a good one. You having fun? This is fun. All you guys do is win around here.
The fans in front of us are like, are you okay that we're standing? Everybody can stand.
Sir, it's your world. We're just broadcasting in it.
That's right.
Do what you want. You want to join the broadcast?
Alex Westfall, that poor guy can't see. Dude with the LSU hat. Oh, no, it's a DLS hat. Doesn't it look like an LSU Tigers hat?
It does. There are some, the L and the S.
Purple
well, there's a near steal in the backcourt. Javon Hanna getting gritty. And De La Salle basketball to start the second overtime. My goodness, thanks for hanging out and watching us here live on the PreP. Trying to give you the best games, the best teams, and the coverage they deserve. Down the avenue, shot up, no, ball bouncing around, and Jack has it and throws it away. Open layup, up, no good. Stick back is good. Tamario Adley, the player of the game for the Pilots thus far. Kareem the other way. Kick out, Crichton, left wing three on the way. Splash City. Deuce with a dagger triple. 56-55, 3 left.
They were 3 for 23 from 3 before that shot. How about that? Huge shot from Jack Crichton. We talked about it in the open, Chad. Veterans on the road. Stepping up.
No doubt. Half-court pressure, Eaglets by 1. Their 28-game win streak in the regular season on the line. Their number 1 ranking on the line. Salaka for 3. Splash City!
Oh, so now you guys decide to make threes? Double overtime, and both teams are hitting deep shots. How about that?
The Pilots have matched their largest lead. Javon Hanna with the answer. Corner for 3. Yes! The theme continues, Matt Derry.
What planet am I on? Oh, my goodness. All night we couldn't see any go down.
You play long enough and these odds start to balance things out, don't they? The law of averages.
Hanna is not shy. He's a really good player.
Javon Hanna now with 20 points to lead all scorers. Salaka topside. Banker up and good. Fancy footwork.
Big fella showing off the entire arsenal.
Pilot's back in the lead.
The three with the left hand and then the drive with the right. How about that?
Minute 45 left. Trey baseline right and lays it in with a finger roll. Todd Covert wants a timeout. St. Mary's by 1, 61-60.
There's a wet spot on the floor. Trey McKinney slid. He could have torn a hamstring. Thank goodness he's okay. After he made that layup when he landed.
Helter skelter, my friend. It's been a wild few minutes. We had a dry first few quarters, and things are starting to get fun and interesting and hot in this gym.
Watch this. The big guy, Salaka. Spinorama from big number 33.
Big Mikey, one of the best big men in the class of 2023. He's had a slow night. St. Mary's has done well against Salaka. He does have 9 points in the ball game. St. Mary's shooting 39% for the contest, 20% from downtown. De La Salle also now shooting 39.5% and 28% from downtown.
He could have twisted his ankle. Oh, man, I'm glad he's okay. Trey McKinney.
Yeah, no doubt.
A couple of opportunities here where.
Certainly not malicious.
No. I'm just saying some wet spots on the floor. It's
right.
Just, these guys are sweating. And
that's right. I'm sweating, aren't you?
A little bit.
I think I need another drink. Is that what's left? Yeah.
No more pop for
anything.
you. No more soda. What are you doing? Drink water, dude.
There's no more water left.
Yes, there is.
I don't care. I need a Coke.
Jamie Janssen, she got like 20 bottles of water before.
She spent like $70 in that canteen.
You better reimburse her.
I'm going to Venmo you.
Oh, that'll be a good discussion at the summer party.
That's right.
At Pat's house this summer.
Family barbecue.
Ooh, babe, can't wait for that one.
Eaglets by 1, 90 seconds left in double OT. Janacek down the boulevard. Finger roll good. The blow by against Bart. It's a banger.
I mean, this is like an offensive explosion here in double overtime. These two schools couldn't score the first 5 quarters, but quarter 6.
Javon splits 2 defenders, hangs, slides, scores, and is fouled.
Javon Hanna splitting the double team. Kind of a lazy trap. Watch this. He's just able to get right in there, jump into the defender, Adley, and score. He's been a monster tonight. Javon Hanna's played very well, very aggressive. And a big finish there. Now free throws again. Chad, so big for St. Mary's.
Averaged 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists as a sophomore at Mount Clemens High School. He's committed to Western Michigan to become a Bronco, and he clenches on the free throw. St. Mary's by a deuce, 1:05 left in double overtime. Thanks for watching. We are the Prep. Thanks to De La Salle for being great hosts as well. Dan Roan, the AD. Dennis Parks, the assistant AD. John Jokai. Appreciate their accommodations. 45 seconds left. St. Mary's by 2. Nino Smith, left wing. Caleb Reese on the bounce. Janacek on the baseline. 30 seconds left. Risky pass. Adley with it. That's the hot hand, and the left-hand lay-in is good around a really good defender, and we're tied at 64. Here comes St. Mary's again with a final possession.
Trey McKinney's got to touch it. Got to make sure number 1 or even Javon Hanna, who's been hot, number 4, get it. St. Mary's again going to play for the last shot.
Number 3 trying to avoid overtime, number 3. Will he take a 3? Dribble drive, shot up, and rolls in with no time remaining. Kareem Rozier with a winner at the buzzer.
They waited, and instead of shooting the 3, they took it to the rim. Kareem Rozier jumping into the defender, and he waves goodbye. The Dreamer, Kareem Rozier at the buzzer. What a basketball game. It's some great sportsmanship here. This is Catholic League at its best. Hugs and handshakes all around. What a game.
Great game, competitive, physical. Saw a comeback from a double-digit lead. Hey, look, give the Pilots of De La Salle all the credit in the world. They came in here and came from behind, trailing by 13 and 12 points several times in the second half.
I was impressed with De La Salle. I mean, I can't wait till these two teams meet again. This was some kind of game, and boy, oh boy, just a back and forth game. Two teams that really wanted it. De La Salle down 15, scraps back, takes the lead, and then in the overtime, just hitting big shots. And credit to St. Mary's, but boy, what a finish as Kareem Rozier took the last shot, but this time didn't settle for any kind of threes. Took the basketball to the rim, and that's why he's a D1 player heading to Duquesne next year. But give De La Salle credit; they played well as well.
That's right.
Played awesome.
That's right, no doubt. St. Mary's escapes Bill Fox Gymnasium with a 66-64 win in double overtime. They've now won 29 regular season games in a row, and they've been ranked number 1 for 2.5 seasons, except for 1 week. But all that does not matter to Todd Covert and his program. They want to finish the deal, and they know that that happens in April.
Just an unbelievable game. Javon Hanna led all scorers with 23 tonight. Trey McKinney, 18. Kareem Rozier, if you told him at the start of the night, you're going to go 4 out of 14 from the field, turn it over a couple of times. Hey, as long as that fourth one was a game winner or something exciting, and it was. Credit to Mario Adley, played very well, especially in the second half. Chad was 16. And De La Salle was right there at the end. Big shot hit by a big player, Kareem Rozier.
We'll come back and wrap this thing up from Bill Fox Gymnasium in the home of the builder of boys and the maker of men. Hard-fought battle tonight, well-respected battle between two prized programs and schools in the Catholic League and the best division in the state. We're back in a moment to close it out. Eaglets win by 2. Come on back with us, won't you?
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
All right, welcome back. We've got highlights of this one, 66-64. St. Mary's wins it double overtime. This was everything in a bag of chips that we thought it would be. And Matt, it was fun from the start, but it was a different kind of game in the second half.
It was, and Tamario Adley at the end one there kind of got them going in the second half. For De La Salle, then Javon Hanna, of course, blowing the kiss after the dunk. That's something Eli Wiles, our camera guy, used to do.
Big Rapids.
Back at the Big Rapids.
He did that at Ferris State a couple weekends. I was with him.
Adley with the drive. You got me on that one, Chad. But in transition, that is kind of where De La Salle got back in the game. They really couldn't do anything setting up in the half court. So to do it in transition, that's exactly what they did. And scratching and clawing second half, and then, of course, the 2 overtimes. What a job by Nino Smith tonight. He played very well with 18 points on 7 of 14 shooting.
Yeah, kind of a quiet 18, wasn't it?
It was, but I really like the way that Nino Smith played.
Yeah, impressive player, all-leaguer.
There's the glassed 3 by Adley. And then this guy, Kareem Rozier, making plays all night long. That time the end 1.
Sniffing blood.
In the first overtime.
About that tray ball
Smith
there.
Again, yep. Knocking down a pretty big one in the double overtime, the second overtime.
Physical game. I'm glad they didn't call all these ticky-tack calls. They let him play for a while in spurts. This is one of them. That
Trey McKinney able to get inside off the miss. And Smith classing that one, which was a really nice play, of course, and kind of leaving it to
Salaka with a step out.
Going to the second overtime. Yep, Salaka knocking down a couple of big shots. Hanna knocking down a 3. Javon Hanna tonight, 8 out of 17, hit 2 threes and 23 points.
The bro zone brought him back.
They were into it. Hanna again with the and 1, of course, in the double overtime. This went back and forth all night long. Adley played very well. Mentioned his 16 points tonight.
Maybe his best game.
Yeah, and here it is, the game winner. Cleared out for Kareem. And that'll do it.
Clutch kid, senior, and those are the kinds of plays he makes, and that's no surprise. Game winner, he hit the game winner against Brother Rice a year ago. St. Mary's gets out of here. De La Salle is a problem. Nothing we didn't know. They're ranked number 3 for a reason. And some folks thought that they were the number 1 team in the state. They showed tonight that they should be in the argument. Matt Derry, they will continue to be in the argument. This league is going to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Catholic Central wins tonight. UAD beats Brother Rice by 19. I mean, all kinds of fun stuff ahead for us. And we get a sneak preview of it tonight in the opener.
Yep, 2 very good teams. The top of the Catholic League is very, very good. And St. Mary's able to hold serve here tonight on the road, Chad Bush.
All right, want to thank our fine staff for all their hard work and excellence tonight. And we'll start at the top with Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Jamie Janssen on statistics. Adam Fuller on instant replay. Evan Westfall on graphics. Your creative director tonight is James Ferris. Your creative assistant is Julia Pisano. Audio and utility to my right, who's been sniffing my right armpit all day, is Fish. He deserves extra credit for that. A great camera crew and a talented one. Rob Sarna on camera 1. Eli Wiles on camera 3. Jason Radulski on camera 2, representing the east side. And we appreciate everybody's support. My partner to my left is Matt Derry. We also want to thank Susie Smythe for stepping in tonight as a statistics assistant to Jamie Janssen.
She's one of the best in the business.
Yep, stepping up for Puerto Rico Pat being out. My name is Chad Bush. Your final score tonight, Orchard Lake St. Mary's escapes and Bill Fox Gymnasium with a double overtime win, 66-64. We'll talk to you Friday night from Orchard Lake as the Eaglets welcome in Brother Rice. Thanks a lot for watching. We are the Prep. So long, everybody.